Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm back. So I will continue the last part of part 3. I really excited, not excited because of what, because I really want to finish as long as I can make the proper of the what we call revisions before the final test. So it will be fair for you at least one set. Okay, compared to my other subject, I really prepared for it. I didn't say that I'm not prepared for this subject. It's prepared, but I have to learn more on this because this is the first time I'm teaching this subject. Okay, so without further ado, the last parts actually I stopped at slide 20. So page 20. So again, for this one, still do not know what topic we are. We are at topic 11, performance excellence and organizational change. Alright, so we're moving on to the, yeah, I'm stopping here. So I will continue on the part of slide 21. The importance of the follow-up of the self-assessment and results. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day. Right. So many organizations derive little benefits from conducting self-assessment and achieve few of the process improvements suggested by the self-study. So according to some of the what we call in text is will be solidly same with your slide here. There will be some the reason why. Number one, because managers do not sense the problem. So they feel that every time they do these changes, there is no problem at all. So that's why the reason we have to do the follow up, meaning it's like post-mortem, to make sure that this assessment result will be detected some problem on that. So if they believe that the managers believe there is no problem, there will totally no problem. After all, they didn't check on this. Okay, they did not follow up. All right. Number two, managers react negatively or by denial. So they deny to have that some like mistakes, problems, and so forth. So when they react negatively, this self-assessment follow-up result cannot be done. So that's why we need to do this follow-up or self-assessment to make sure that, especially number one, the problem can be detected, and number two, we do not have like this negatively thinking and denial. And the last one, managers don't know what to do with the information. So this is basically like blur blur, you know. It doesn't mean that the managers do not know whatever the information that we given to them, okay, basically they must be used in order to do some follow up. So when they do not what the head entails, so they will become like totally what to do with this information. All right. So we're moving on to the leveraging self-assessment finding. So how to leverage? Macam mana kita nak memperkayakan lagi this self-assessment finding? Number one, we have to prepare to be humble. Okay. Especially why it's so sudden it's become prepared to be humble. So meaning to say you have to be in the component of tracking some of the findings and uh, come out with what the idea, okay, after you do some of the self-assessment. So meaning not too very ambitious, okay, you prepare it and seeking what is the self-assessment that you have found the result. And of course, we are talk through the findings, whatever that some of the judgment and the improvement should be discussed together to make sure that can be have like more improvement. Okay, another what we call strategic planning, or it can be like become the another planning itself. Okay, to make sure that you can have some like let's say they have like functional or department, okay, to do and to make and taking action what should do, okay, and recognize the institutional influences what institution might be, help you out in order to find out what is the best like quality. Mostly there will be totally related with the CRIM, CRIM institution and agency, or maybe they can have like we call as MPC, Malaysia. Before this they call NPC, National Productivity uh, Corporation, but now they call as MPC, Malaysia Productivity Corporation. So they are the one who will be have like recognize some like quality quality advancement and the quality products of from Malaysia, for example, and they have gained out the follow up what to do next. Alright. And also we have the knowledge management. Okay. So in here they said knowledge management. K knowledge. It always like K knowledge, right? Um The process of identifying, capturing, organizing, and using knowledge assets to create and sustain the competitive advantage. So meaning to say, whatever that you identify and capturing, they might be used in order to create and sustain the competitive advantage. And knowledge asset refer to accumulated intellectual resources that organizational processes, including information, idea, learning, understanding, memory, insight, cognitive and technical skill, and capability. So that is knowledge asset. Because why? This thing you can't see. Like here, okay, I can see this pen, pencil, marker. But knowledge as this is asset. For example, you have asset or from the company, for example. But this is mine lah, of course. So if let's say knowledge asset is referring in here, you as the staff IIC, so our asset, our company asset is the capital. Sorry, human capital. And the human capital is having the knowledge asset because the staff is having their knowledge to bring the asset to the whatever that they think in their strategic planning, okay, or departmental planning, okay. And then the types of knowledge, okay, we do divide it into two. We have explicit knowledge versus tacit knowledge. So explicit knowledge includes information stored in document or other forms of media. Okay, for example, like the books, okay, you can see like books, um, I might say like documentary, encyclopedia, magazines, or any kinds of book. But tacit knowledge is information that is formed around intangible factors resulting from individual experience and personal and content specific. Ebook is one of these tacit knowledge. Ebook, okay, because it's been intangible, and somehow you can like vlog. Okay, now we have video YouTube, right? Blogger, okay, and then also that certain of we can say like sosmed, right? Social media being used as the person and content. For example, like photographer, when they want to show their portfolio to others, to their clients, prospect clients, they will show, okay, this is my social media and the picture that I'm taking around the world, for example, so people can see and have some interest toward the skills they're taking those pictures. So this is how we can say the tacit knowledge. Okay, we learn from that. And then organizational learning. So this is somehow about how the process of the organizational learning. Okay, we do have divided into what we call as, yeah, create a learning organization according to these steps. Continuous improvement and organization change are difficult to achieve without creating a learning organization. And the term is popularized by Peter Singh, a professor of the Massachusetts of Technology Mix, okay, MIT. So they do have this planning, okay, which means you are planned, including the design process, and the selection of measure and the deployment of the requirement, okay. And then we do have the execution plans. You need to say you execute the plans. And the third one, assessment of the progress, taking into account internal and external result. And the last one, revision of the plans based on the assessment findings, learning new inputs and the new requirement. So whatever it is involving and revolve the evolutions of the organizational learning. And this is goes into the key activities of the learning organization. What should the learning organization's activity do? Okay, number one, of course, they do to solve the problem, systematic problem solving. What should start? The first step, second step, up to the last one. And the second one, experimentation with the new approaches. Of course, they keep on doing something like system, um, how to say that? Try and error, okay, which one is the approach that can be implemented by the company as well. So that's why they have like lab also do that to do the experiment and learning from their own experiences and history. So this is the best, like COVID-19 vaccine, right? I believe this is come from all the own experiences. For example, like Sinovac is come from China. So because they are the first country who might be experienced the high cases and they started from their country to have this pandemic, right? So they learn from their own experiences and to do and the history and to come out with their a very super vaccine, I can say, dengan izin Allah. Okay, whatever that we do, we have to try find the meditation for that, right? The what we call the cure actions. And yeah, this is the thing, the real thing happen. And learning from the experiences and best practices of others, if you can see, they have a lot of vaccination. Okay, I can give like whatever that some get some like Pfizer, okay, and I recently see they have Johnson and Johnson, but not casino, but something like, yeah, that things. And then Morona, is it? And of course they do have the another, okay, types of this one. Of course they will learn each other from different country to country to make sure that we can actually protect those people from this endemic. And of course we learn, okay, this company from company is actually learning for each other for the benefit of the world, okay, the human being for the world, and transferring knowledge quickly and efficiently throughout the organization. So whatever that we learn, uh, is come from this transferring knowledge. Okay, we do have like quickly and efficiently to make sure that we do have this learning activity to be fulfilled by the organization as well. All right. So we're moving to internal benchmarking. So what is this? The ability to identify and transfer best practices within the organizations. So when we're talking about internal benchmarking, it's within the company itself. So the benchmark is come from the company as well. And internally, of course, they do not, how to say that, they not even though have any kinds of the disturbance, okay, because the transfer of the best practice within the company. And how the process been done? Number one, that we identify and collect the internal knowledge and the best practices. Okay, number two, that we share and understand those practices. Number three, they will adapt and apply them to the new situation and bringing them up to the best practice performance level. Okay, so of course, this is the thing that you should do because they have like step by step. Okay, identify and collect internal knowledge. Okay, they share and understand those practices. Okay, because they keep reviewing among themselves the practicing that they practice, and they will apply and adapt to the new situation. Okay, all right, so we're moving to the organization change for the Six Sigma. So it being stated in here, there is six here. Okay, I think more than six, right? Six Sigma. Committed leadership. Okay, of course, they should have the leaders who are really concerned and really consistent with their performance. Number two, integration with the existing initiative, business strategy, and performance measurement. Yeah, when we have the integration, of course we do want the performance measurement to become better and better. And of course they do have the process thinking. Okay, we need that. Okay, the thinking process. And number four, discipline customer and market intelligence gathering. Okay, what's that? Okay, the customer should be have prospect of discipline. And of course we believe that the customer, they are not just a customer, but they do know whatever that they want and purchase. They do some market research before, and they do that intelligence. So we, as the company organization, should come up with this um, information and knowledge. And of course, they have bottom line orientation. The product have choices and options, and of course, the leadership in the trench. So we believe that committed leadership and leadership in the trenches should be together. Okay, and of course, they do have training. We cannot just forgetful about this training because otherwise we need some improvement. From time to time, they keep having this training. And the last one is come out together with the continuous reinforcement and rewards to make sure that this staff keep on motivated. Okay, motivate, and they keep on inspiring by these motivations. All right. So there will be some of like organizational change and learning and organizational theory. So why the reason for change? They may say in here. So they do change because they have traditionally productivity or job satisfaction. So that's why um, We want something like modernized. Masya Allah. I do not know whether my mic is already on or not here. I hope it's okay. Okay, done. So basically when we're talking about this total quality, of course, it's about customer satisfaction. And the sources of change are, of course, both some from top management, and the types of change traditionally we limited in the scope and durations. Okay, and total quality, they continuous improvement over a long period of time. So of course, whatever the improvement, they must be in the long term, not the short term only. Alright. So what is the principle for managing change? Unfreeze the attitudes and behavior. Try to be blunt and melting with the new changes. Cuba untuk kita kata apa perubahan yang berlaku, you cuba untuk belajar. Okay. Melting. Kita cairkan diri kita dalam perubahan tersebut. And then have effective leadership, of course. There must be one person, the authority and our bosses to have this leadership. And manage interdependence. Cuba untuk kekalkan dari segi kita kata kuatan untuk to be independent itself. Interdependence meaning to say somehow you rely to others, okay, in your work, and also you have that accountability together to do the work. And then involve people, of course. We not one man show, together consensus in the teamwork and cooperation as spirit the corps is important, and refuse to make the game permanent. So meaning to say uh, unfreeze attitude and behavior, but increase to make sure that whatever that we already get, it will be continuing permanent. Bertahan lama lah apa-apa yang kita buat perubahan tersebut, to make sure that the beneficial is for all. All is well, insyaAllah. Alright, thank you for now for listening up to my third part and the last topic. Okay, I hope that I have some like consideration and some effort that done by this video lecture is helping you, even though I know some students they don't even bother, but I believe some students they bother, they view it, they positively listen to my video lecture, and I hope it's helped you for our final test, inshallah. Alright, thank you for now. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and number one, please to make sure that you keep take care of your SOP, okay, and always using your mask, not only just a mask but double masking. Use sanitizer and make sure every time when you go back for everywhere, even though now is in Selangor already in the phase 3 and almost to phase 4, and then we able to actually across some district and what we call state. I hope you take care with you and family, inshallah. If we have ample time next semester in different subject, inshallah, we meet me in face to face. We no more longer in this kind. In here, hoping for our IIC will do this methodology on a face to face lecture. Okay, so I can meet you all. I really miss you all, students. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum. Where can I stop this record? Masya Allah.